So let's see what's going on. First, take me through the replay. PvP, huh?
Yeah, PvP is worse, right? I think it's my worst.
Game of
This is a
Drones.
diamond, holy shit. What the fuck? Oh, that's right.
It's hard to beat those diamonds. Oh, it's Terran. That's weird. It showed it up differently on the
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Alright, so yeah. Tell me what you're doing.
Alright, so I throw down my pylon first. I usually pull the probe early. Let's see if I do that this time. Yep. Just before he puts in the mineral, put in that mineral, put it back. Just so I'm spending it right when I get it. Move him there, put the mineral away first.
I like that you got that timed out.
I put that, I move him right at the 130.
Good.
Put all 3 on. Queue up 3 probes. As soon as that's down, I put down my cyber, and he goes off and builds the Nexus. I stop making probes, so I get 15 out of 16.
Oh, and then you get this shit here.
And then, yeah, he's messing with it. It's not a big deal. He doesn't actually throw me off because I hit him first.
Okay, and you got the 400, yeah, right on time, so it's not a big issue. Okay, so no issue.
Here,
okay, you're still
I do
on time.
the research first, and then pylon, and put him on the line. So now I'm 16 first.
Yeah, this is such an early push.
I do the warp gate, and then chrono it before I build that pylon.
I gotcha.
This guy's right on time. Literally, the second that pylon finishes, I can build my second stalker. So I'm doing stalker, probe, stalker, probe, second stalker, probe, and then third stalker. And then when I build the, then probe, and then fourth stalker build, that's when I build the gas.
I gotcha.
And when I can afford it, then I build another gateway.
I gotcha.
And I just keep trying to make stalkers.
And you've got your 4 stalkers out now to go and walk across the map, yeah.
And then now I'm just trying to make sure I'm constantly building probes, changing these to warp. I'll probably build a... Let's see what I do here.
Oh yeah, so that's big tell right there.
Yeah, so I noticed he had nothing, so I want to get that out of there. I mean, no second, so I'm like, okay, he's all inning.
Yeah.
What does he do here? Oh, maybe I lost this one.
You're good. Even if you do, I can still think of a...
Oh, this one's really annoying because I always...
Oh!
Okay, yeah. I remember this game really now. Okay, let's go.
You're good.
Slow it down. I wanted to show you this replay, actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see where he is. Okay, so... He's following these 2 in. I have enough stalkers to defend this.
Yeah, 6 versus... You're at
4.
6 stalkers. He's got two more coming in, yeah.
So I try to focus one down. I pull my probes.
Yeah.
They're going after him, and they're all focusing.
It's just a micro mistake. Yep, you misclicked.
So I'm wondering if I can win that.
Oh, yeah, let's try it. Let's take, give me control. I'm just gonna A-move it.
Okay, so right here should be more than fine. Where is that button again? There we go. Take commands.
Alright, yeah.
You get to get... Yes, me as Kavi.
His hotkeys are all different than mine. It's fine. I pretty much understand what he's doing.
So I'll pull my probes now that I see you coming in.
Yeah, you got this. Alright, let's see if you can recover. Ah, shit.
Yeah, it's the shield batteries. Yeah, when I told you the other day, I was like, oh, I messed that one up because I just gave away my shield battery issue.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Go ahead. Optics online. Let's go kill something.
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You got
Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
channels clear, boss.
Oh, there should be it for you. You should have it now. Well, maybe not. Well, you held a lot longer than you should have, and if he wasn't going to be so in on it,
Not enough. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
Eh.
Minerals.
Ah. It's so annoying because it's like you just pull away the one.
yeah, I
damage.
know. It's,
They're so tanky.
yeah, Cyclones are rough in the beginning of the game. They get progressively more shit as it goes on, but
Okay.
well, word of advice is you could have totally held that first push and gone into this. And if you scan his second base, and if he's taking a second base, at this point, like, this is a pretty all-in-y build, and that's basically what I did. Like, he had a second, but this is
Right.
very similar to my what is it? My new TVT build I'm learning. But go back in again. Well, I'll show you what you could have done against that. That you definitely could have beaten this. So, here is what you need to look for from now on when you're going against Terran. Your opener is beautiful, and you have those stalkers out, and it's beautiful. But, let me see here. Put it on ×2.
Yep.
And I'll tell you when to pause it. I'll show you what to look for. I think I'm going to know what he's going to do. What you're going to want to see is if he's going to take his factory before his command center. That's a big tell for Terran if they're going to be really aggressive, if they're going to expand. So you can find that out with the drone scout.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you exactly when you need to send that drone scout, when you can look at it. Because there's no reason for you to send a drone scout earlier than this. So hold on a second. At 1:30, you want to see what he's going to do. I bet he's going to build his factory before his second command center. He's taking a long time to build it. My word. There it is. Okay, pause it. So,
Okay.
1:45. I want you to come out at 1:45 and have a drone scout. All right. So at 1 minute into the game, I want you to send a drone out across the map, and then I want you to see if he's doing second command center. If he doesn't have a second command center on the low ground, that's not a total tell that he is doing a one base all in, because Terran can build their command center on the high ground if they think they're going to be like really like if they're going to have a lot of aggression, and because you're opening double gate before cyber. If I'm a Terran and I scout your opening, I feel, oh, you're going to have some heavy pressure, and he is SCV scouting you, right? So if you send a drone over and you see that he's not doing his command center isn't on the low ground, check to see if he has a factory. If he has a factory before his second command center has started, you are going to get pressure like those Cyclones. And usually it's Cyclones or Hellions, but 99% of the time, but if you're, I'm going to say gold to diamond, it's going to be Cyclones.
Okay.
All right, so easy fix. So let's see at 1:45 if you send Let's actually see how long his SCV takes. So back up a little bit. Back up just a second.
Yeah, I was just wondering
Yeah, let's see how long his
what
SCV
I should
takes.
send mine out on.
Alright, so he's got an SCV coming out. Back up like 5-6 more seconds.
Oh, already, okay.
Go back to like 40. Yeah, right here. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I want to see when he sends, what supply he sends this thing out at. Probably 17 supply? I'm assuming it's going to be 17 supply. Alright, play it from here. See when he sends it. 17 supply. Okay, so he sends it out at 17 supply. 155. Let's see when it shows up to your base. So fast forward a little bit until that guy gets over to your side. So he sent it out at 17 supply. If you send out a probe at 17 supply, pause it.
Yep.
Right about now, you're going to be arriving to his side of the base. That's right when you're going to want to see it. So I would say send yours out at 18 supply. That's when I send out mine at TVT.
Mm-hmm.
Because now realize you're probably going to lose that probe because of the
Yeah.
Reaper. If he goes Reaper first, you're probably going to lose that drone. So what I would do is I would maybe you could be really, really, really sneaky and a bastard with this probe. I'm going to teach you something that a lot of Terran hate, and I'm going to hate you for this because you're going to do this against me. So send out your probe at 18 supply, all right? And then you're going to see what he's doing here. And at 18 supply, you can try to get the probe home on time, or what you can do is you can... I'm rambling. Sorry. Okay, so 18 supply, send your probe out to see if he's going to go factory first. So first thing is, if he's going to go factory first, you can lose that probe because you have more workers than he does, and you can still take your second base. Just make some shield batteries earlier. You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't send your stuff across the map until you have
Yeah,
like 1-1. And maybe do like a warp prism harass because he's turtling up or something. Just kind of get ready for impact. Watch for drops. But if he is expanding, if he is making this command center, what you do, don't worry about harassing the SCV right away. Pull your probe out to their third base and wait until 1 minute and 55 seconds. At 1 minute and 55 seconds, the Reaper should be halfway across the map.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can take your probe in and you can attack the SCV that's building his command center. That causes a huge reaction out of the Terran. Like, massive, massive reaction out of the Terran. Because then they have to pull workers or bring their Reaper home. If they bring the Reaper home, you can completely just be like, I'm going to make all of my workers or whatever. Or in most cases, you can kill the SCV that's making a second command center and delay it.
Okay.
All right, so let's try this against me. I want you to play a match against me. And I'm going to do my regular opener, but I just want you to work on your opener, but send one probe out at 18 supply and see what I'm doing. And if I'm going Reaper first, hide it. And then at 155, go in and attack my SCV that's building my command center. And then just leave it. Just say, okay, that probe is doing that. I'm fucking up his build order. It's done.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries,
Good luck,
yeah.
have fun.
Good luck, have fun. So I'll tell you when my Reaper pops. Don't run your probe back in until my Reaper pops. But hide it towards like the third that doesn't have like a high ground. Hide it up at my north third base.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Oops, I fucked up that wall. Doesn't matter. I'm not playing for real right now. I'm just.
SCV ready. What's
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
At 18. At 17.
18. 18. Whenever you hit 18 supply. So when you queue up that probe, then your supply goes to 18.
Oh, okay.
Hit it across the map.
big job? SCV ready.
All right, and then you're gonna get a good scout on this. And I'm going to go expansion first. I'm not going to go anything so you can try this micro, actually. Because a lot of the times, I would say 99% of the time, you're going to have your Terran do an expansion instead.
Huh? Sure thing. SCV ready.
Okay, I've started my Reaper. Where's your drone?
You said at 18 supply.
We'll butter my biscuit.
Not enough minerals.
Let's watch this afterwards.
Not
I want to see
enough
this.
minerals.
I'm not even at 18. One second. What the hell? Why am I not even at? I was at 17 and then I built the last one and didn't even go up to 18. At 17 right now.
Oh my goodness. All right. So let's see. When am I at 18 supply? Let's watch this replay. This is going to be a little bit different. I think it's probably about 1 minute when you need to send it out. But let's.
I think I. Hold on, markers.
It's good. It's good. Just go back into replay. Let's watch it.
I missed a whole probe cycle there.
Okay. Let's try. Let's just do another.
I know
one.
what I did wrong.
All right. All right. Let's just do another one. I'm throwing your build off. I'm making you do something different. But I would say when you're at like 17 supply, it's what I usually do when I'm at like the one supply before I want to rally out a probe. I rally my Nexus across the map. That way I don't need to fuck around with like clicking a probe and sending it out. I just make the probe and it does it.
Okay.
So at 17 supply, rally 17 supply, rally it out, and then after that one pops and you hit another one, which turns to 18, rally it back. So it's technically like your 17th probe that goes across the map, but at 18 supply when you're building that new one is when you send it.
Because it doesn't go up when I hit it. Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does. I promise it does.
Okay. I just built 3 at a time back on that last one.
I gotcha, I gotcha.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Let's start over. Hold on.
You're good, you're good. Yep. Go. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm throwing you off. No, no. You see how these little things just throw it off?
What happens is sometimes on my build order, I get my probe selected, and it.
Follows them all.
Well, no, I'm mashing build a probe, but I have a probe selected, and it's telling the probe to do all kinds of stuff.
You're
That's
good.
okay.
You're good.
We're
Miss clicks. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
Third
why
time's
is
a
it-
charm.
Score screen. Here we go.
Third time's a charm.
I haven't played yet today, so.
You're good. You're good. You're warming up.
Okay. Good.
Oh. All right, here we go.
Okay, now everything's sorted out.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
My mouse slipped off my
Not enough minerals.
my mouse pad for a second.
Oh.
Fine.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Okay, I see what's going on here. It says 17 now, so I'm rallying towards you.
Yep, yep, yep.
Now it says 18, so I'm rallying back here.
Yep, yep, yep. There it is. Very nice.
And now I'm building my cyber right on time.
Good, good, good. So what this is going to lose a little bit of mining time because you're sending a probe out across the map, but just keep that in mind. I sent an SCV-1 supply before you, but it's not on attack move. It's just on Alright, and you should be just in time to catch to see if I'm going to make my what I'm doing with my money.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Alright, so you're just in time to fuck with my command center. Oh, Now you see that I have a command center. No, you're good. You're good. Now hide it away, because my Reaper's gonna pop. Get it out of my base. Get it out of my base. Get it out of my base. Get it out of my base.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay. Now my Reaper popped. I'm gonna tell you when to come back in.
SCV ready.
Right about at 220. Come back in
What's going on? Go ahead.
and attack the probe, making my command center. And then you just go back to your base and do your thing.
Our SCV
Now
are under
that
attack.
fucks my build. I'm gonna show you where I am in this. Now, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Do that every time. So 220, I'm gonna show you where my Reaper is and where I am in my build and why that is so much of a pain in the ass when this happens to me. And this happens a lot up in the higher platinum. So go back into the replay. More than trying to block the command center, having that probe come back and attack that SCV is massive. Now, just be aware, the Reaper could search for your probe.
Right.
The Reaper could come
Anything's
after your probe.
possible.
It's possible, but you're going to get the information you need. If you see the command center going down, you can say, okay, there's a Reaper coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just fast forward until that spot. Right about, I don't know when it was. Is this the right replay? I think it
Yep.
went past 250 though. This is only a 1 minute 30-second replay. Oh yeah, I guess it is.
No, it's 130.
All right.
So we're
So you're coming over now.
good.
So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I was to build my factory, it would already be down. My factory would already
I
be
see.
started.
I went up to look to see if there was a factory.
Perfect. Yeah. So this is right here. Pause it. Right
Yeah.
there at that time, I had 400 minerals. You were like at where my supply depot, my command center was going down. All right. So what you can do now, you can do one of two
micro it.
things. If you can micro it, just hit R and shift, and then it patrols around this area, and then I can't put my command center down. Now, one thing about Terran is I can just build my command center on the high ground. So after you get up into plat, that little like fuck around with the SCV, it doesn't mean anything to Terran anymore because I can just move my command center later. And I usually let the Protoss waste time with that micro while I build my third command center on the high ground, and then my Reaper kills the probe. So if you're playing low level people, that's fine. My suggestion is do exactly what you're going to do here. Come up, see that, okay, he's going command center and he doesn't have anything but this barracks, and then hide it. Okay, so keep going.
Okay.
So you come up, you see, okay, no factory. You don't even need to go that far in. If you see the command center, you know I don't have it. So now, at this point, you need to kind of shift click your probe. I'll teach you how to do that though. Let me see where you hide it. So right here, my Reaper is coming out right now. I could chase it down, right?
Shift just makes it so it can go at different places, right?
Yeah, but you can do that from the Nexus when you rally your Nexus out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you come in. All right, perfect. Now you're gonna come in. I'm halfway through with my command center. And now, at this point, I'm dropping my factory. Pause it really quick.
Okay.
Okay, so right now you're attacking my SCV. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm gonna try to make another drone. I've got to saturate my gas here very soon. I've got to put my, I've got to start some Marines up. Like, I have to do a lot of things right now in this build. Like, this is kind of a really special part, and the most important is my second gas that I'm filling up. My gas is about to finish, and now I'm going to have to waste my APM taking care of this probe. If I don't do anything, you're going to kill this SCV, and then I stop my command center, which completely screws my build. And the beauty of your build is you're going to have stalkers in your main base, which means I'm not going to be microing my Reaper. I'm going to be trying to micro my SCV. So there's one of two things that's going to happen. One, your opponent's going to forget about the Reaper. They're going to send it into your base, and your stalkers are just going to kill it. Two, you're going to kill his SCV and completely throw off his build. Or three, his Reaper's going to come home. He's going to micro his SCV properly, and you're not going to delay his command center, but you're going to lose one probe. I would say until you get up into diamond, into at least like plat 1 diamond, the third option, where they completely just shut down this probe harass, is going to be less than 1% of a possibility.
Okay.
So one thing to do is at 17 supply, when you rally out your probe, rally it out to the ramp and then shift click to the third. So you can do that from the rally point, from your nexus. Click, shift click. So it's going to automatically come up here and then go to the third base. And even if you're not looking at it when it goes in, you'll be able to look back on your minimap and see,
Right.
okay, there's only, he doesn't have a factory. If you had a factory, you would be able to see it.
Okay, cool.
So let's try.
That's really awesome.
Let's try it one more time.
Okay.
And then this BS about getting all in is not going to be a problem anymore. So do exactly the same thing, but just shift click your probe out. If you leave it, I'm going to kill it with my Reaper.
Perfect.
And this is going to do two things for you. This is going to get extra value out of that probe scout. So you're going to lose the mining time, but you're going to get information, and you're going to throw your opponent off of their build. And it costs you almost no APM.
SCV ready. Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Huh? We hear you.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Move it.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news. What's up? SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Where the fuck is that probe going?
SCV ready.
Ah, he went and got a map first before he left.
Yeah, make sure you have that hotkeyed right. You're all right. You're all right. You should still get the
That's
scat
okay.
out of it. You should
got
still
it.
get the scat out of it.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are
I'll be in a
not
bitch back
enough
though.
minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oh my god, I put nothing into gas. Won't matter anyways, but explains why. Oh my lord. I would be completely done right now.
You're all right.
In the rear with the gear. Ah, you scared me.
Okay. Well, timing's not wrong. I just have way more minerals than I should. And you kept that back at your
Yeah, I was bitch.
base like a little bitch.
I know, I'm being a bitch. All right. All right, so I'm just showing you, when you're gonna do this on the ladder, you're gonna shit on yourself for the first like 10 times you do it, but eventually it's gonna get part of your build and it's gonna get really clean. So yeah, let me I'll cut the recording now, but this was good. So before we go from the recording, I wanted to show this is what you should always do. If you lose a match, you should go back in and say, okay, what can I do to stop this? And if it's a scouting thing, if it's something that you're like, I should scout for this. First, number one thing is, what should you scout for? Number one. And number two, you should ask yourself, how can I get more advantage out of this build? What else can I do about this build that's going to give me leverage, or this action I'm going to do? So the easy thing to say is just you send a probe across the map and say, oh, he's taking a factory before he's taking his command center. I need to get shield batteries when my 4 stalkers are finished on my side of the base because I'm going to have pressure. Or, okay, he's going CC first. I've spent resources to try to scout that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my payback at 2 minutes 50 seconds when I'm going to send my probe back in and stop his third. So you're getting additional value after getting the information you need to. So either way, that probe is now a very important part of your build. So
Fantastic.
let's keep
thank you.
practicing it. No worries.